$210.59 billion in stocks sold but never purchased by only 3 Wall Street hedge funds. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Hopefully you all enjoyed your Labor Day weekend, 3-day weekend. It's time to get back into making some money in the markets. And a couple tickers I want to put on your radar to watch and enter into are TMF, T-bill, and GCT, because GCT is on the move and has been showing strength, and that stock runs like HKD. These Hong Kong low float plays, not saying it's a definite, it's definitely high risk, high reward, but keep it on your radar. And if you want to know the trades that I actually enter into, I drop them in Discord. So without further ado, guys, we have a lot of stuff to cover on AMC, GameStop, the S&P 500, and major banks. So watch until the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update on YouTube today. There's no point in watching tons of YouTube videos on AMC when you could just watch this 8 to 10 minute update video. Without further ado, let's get into it. AMC trading at $12.93, and it's trading in exactly where I think it would have traded in this range, even though of course it's fundamentally worth more. But the question lies on the table: when is Adam Aron going to drop dilution? Now, we were in a setup when AMC ran in June, and then Adam Aron dropped dilution and we ripped. Okay, we ripped a lot in June, up to $77 or so, or $72 or so. And we are now in a setup where AMC is set to run and Adam Aron is awaiting dropping dilution, so we could be in that exact same scenario. Now, I want to quickly state that XRP has been playing through this cycle to a T, and with that being said, it's going to trail down sideways just for a little bit longer before getting that next pop again back up to 85 cents or 84 cents or so, the recent highs on XRP. This is just what I see coming forward as XRP is playing through the cycles, and I do see this in general with crypto. But XRP, of course, correlates to AMC, and if XRP is looking for a rip soon and AMC, then they line up perfect together. Now, the elephant in the room, GameStop. GameStop has earnings on Wednesday, and I do want to let you guys know that I entered calls on GameStop. If you want to know the exact strike, the exact expiration date, I drop it in Discord as soon as I take the trades. I added multiple contracts. It's trading at $19.04. Maybe I was a bit early. This is high risk, high reward. It's up 3.37% on the day, but the way I saw it is it's tracking perfectly to my cycle. I wanted confirmation today to see if GameStop would pop with a little bit of volume, and that is exactly what it has done. So I think GameStop, if anything, comes down in bases off of $18.95 before moving tomorrow on Wednesday and getting a major leg up for earnings. Of course, this could always not happen and I could lose some money here, but I am willing to take that risk. Real quick, touching on Vortex numbers before we get into some major news: 8.71% short interest on AMC, utilization at 50%, cost to borrow sitting at 6% for an average and 8% for a max, which is extremely low. Now, BNY has fined millions in the past for abusing American depository receipts, and they're also short AMC. AMC investor overseas, Germany in this case, are seeing their shares transferred repeatedly between exchanges in Germany, New York, USA, and Mexico. Why? Depository receipts, how non-US investors trade US stocks, are incredibly rife with manipulation and often used to short stock, reduce cost to borrow, and act as share locates via illegal mismanagement. This just reminds me that we are going to be so rich when margin calls hit. We talked a little bit about this on the German exchanges, but this just correlates over to that very, very low cost to borrow, and eventually, when the time comes, the pressure has been much, much higher than it was when the buy button was taken away, when it ran to 70, and the next rip is going to be catastrophic for big players. Stock Tracker reporting 1.4 million shares available to borrow against AMC at a most recent fee of 32.7%. However, for the first time in a while, we're winning on the options chain. 18,647 calls compared to 4,276 puts expiring in the money. However, if AMC sells off, which a lot of people are betting, there are 124,000 put contracts out of the money, so be aware of that. Short exempts still decently high at a decent level for any given ticker. They are watching AMC very closely, the market makers, to prevent this thing from ripping, but there's only so much they can do when the volume picks up. GameStop, 350,000 shares available to borrow against the stock at a most recent fee of 3.9%, so not really risky for shorts. However, would they want to bet on an earnings play, especially with the call to put ratio outweighed on the call side? 7,000 calls compared to 1,000 puts expiring in the money. Previously on the 31st, GameStop did have a heavier day of short exempt volume sitting at 23,000, which is essentially high for GameStop. You don't see that coming down the entire list. So it seems as if GameStop's algorithm is ready to push it and they are ready to slow it down. Now, this is a lot of FUD that they are going to trigger for AMC by B. Riley raising AMC price target from $45 to $4.50, or maintaining a neutral, right? The articles are going to state false narratives or give you the false idea that price targets are lowered from such a high price to such a low price, yet it had a 10-to-1 reverse split, so don't let them trick you up. The price target actually didn't change for them, and honestly, like it matters anyway. Now, Citigroup Ltd 2021, 65.9 billion sold, not yet purchased. Citadel Securities 2021, 65.7 billion sold, not yet purchased. And Susquehanna 2021, 78.9 billion sold, not yet purchased. So that's a total of 210.59 billion in stock sold but never purchased by only 3 Wall Street hedge funds. And if we were accounting for the 2 years up to now, it's probably much more, as well as if we were accounting for more Wall Street hedge funds. Now, I want to know in the comments down below, how many shares do you think are synthetic on AMC? How many fake shares do you think are out there sold, not yet purchased? And you can tell that that is a recurring thing because we are still on the threshold securities list. Also, let me know this, because some people apparently still to this day don't have their AMC settlement shares. Now, before we get into the S&P 500 and additional stuff to close out the video, guys, make sure to pop in Discord so you get my trades as soon as I take them. I entered puts today on the SPY, calls on GameStop. I drop my trades as soon as I take them in there. We talk stocks all day long. We post gains, post losses, and this is just the place to be, whether you're a beginner or advanced trader. Get into Discord. The link is right under the video and pinned in the top of comments, as well as the Mumu link to go get up to 16 free stocks, each valued up to a couple grand per stock by just signing up and making a deposit. You also get free level 2 order book data, access to trading options, going long, going short, and Mumu sends you the best notifications on your favorite tickers that you can turn notifications on for, which is extremely helpful and will be extremely helpful for the GameStop earnings. So go to that. That link is with the Discord link. S&P 500 trading at 450.21, down 0.22% on the day. There is still a gap fill up to around 455-ish, 455.55, and a gap all the way down here at 423-ish or so. Whether that gets filled is beyond me. You can see that the volume is decreasing on the sell-off, which is a stronger indicator for the S&P 500, but I still stick to the SPY has to find relative lows throughout September, because this is what it historically does in September. I think it is a puts type of month, but if the Fed can change that, then who knows, maybe the Fed can change that. In my opinion, SPY is bearish, even with the volume decrease on the sell-off. Maybe it's not bearish yet, but in the coming weeks, I think it will be. Goldman Sachs cuts U.S. recession chances to 15%. BlackRock and JP Morgan Chase are helping the Ukrainian government launch a recovery bank to raise hundreds of billions of dollars to rebuild Ukraine. Jim Cramer turned bullish on Binance, so puts on Binance. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I mean, look at the guy. And then finally, China to launch a new $40 billion state fund to boost local chip industry. This is after multiple sanctions from the West that doesn't let China get access to the most advanced chips and technologies to make them. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. I love you all. Lottery stocks out.